Hello there, channel. So what I thought I would do today, because it's just completely snowy out and I can't get out on the bike for a ride, is I'm going to read some comments. Now, I know what you're thinking. Those are hilarious. People love to rip the people, and it's always this great time of snark and derisive, mean humor where people are just jerks and you get to laugh and it's ha ha ha, how dumb he is. The problem is my audience is actually really nice and they're polite and they ask good questions. So this will be educational, a little bit fun, and a good time. One thing you'll notice is that with the comments is a thumbnail of the video. And so some of the comments, in fact, at this point, most of the comments will be about the VERSYS, but some are with KLR. So anyway, let's get rolling. Why not great for big highway trips? Is it just the suspension being a bit basic, or vibrations from motor, or both combined? And also, I'm wondering if the rear sprocket change 2 to 3 teeth would result in cruise the freeways better. It seems to be a bit buzzy on the freeways. Yes, the 3 teeth smaller rear sprocket lowers the RPM at cruising speeds by about 500 RPM. It sort of just takes the edge off. And the other bonus is that it makes your speedometer accurate. How much off-road can you do on a VERSYS? You can do all the off-road on a VERSYS. You're just going to do it more slowly. I'm glad I'm not the only one that makes the beeping noise when I back up. How is it over bumps? How is it off-road? It's good. It's not great. I had no real problems with it. You just do it more slowly. Terrible road. Heaved, cracked, settling, sliding. Shadows of leaves obscure the damaged road. Road tempts you to ride with spirit and then it bites you. Absolutely terrible, crappy road. Exactly. Everything you've just described is why I love it. NF25 is one of those roads that's trying to kill you half the time. And when you get through it, if you get through it, you feel like you've accomplished something. Funny, I said the same thing to my wife and she said, don't bother coming back. Why so high RPM with no change, I'm going to assume? Use the gears, save fuel, save the engine. No. KLR one, this is a great perspective. Please post more thoughts, new video, on how it does at 70-75 miles an hour on long trips, handling comfort, etc. I'd like to get one. I would need to drive 90 miles on a 75-mile speed highway to get to the most scenic gravel roads. No, I am not going to ride my KLR at 70-75 miles an hour for 90 miles. That's not why I bought it. I have no interest in that kind of riding. This is not the bike I would buy for that kind of riding. If your part of what your main pleasure of riding requires is that you have long stints on the freeway and you want it to be comfortable, not just something you endure, then you want to get a bike that is designed for that. And that's, in fact, you've just described why the GSA exists. BMW know that most people want to ride very comfortably, very fast on the freeways, so they made a bike that does that. The other bike I maybe recommend would be a Tiger. Was it what are they up to now, 850? Is it 850 or is it 900? I can't remember, I can't keep track. Everything from their 800 on up sounds like it's really good on the highways and pretty good off-road. The KLR will do it, just like a Himalayan would do it, just like my Interceptor 650 will do it. But all of those, you're basically enduring the freeway. You're not enjoying the freeway. And if you're doing 90 miles and you're having to do 90 miles back, that's a long time on the freeway and you're going to end up wanting to kill somebody. Congratulations! Were the awesome Beyond Words sand color ones sold out? Blocked. I wasn't 100% sure what you were riding until you did the walk around. Yeah, I realized that when I was doing the editing. I didn't actually say KLR the entire time. Awesome review. Now where is that second thumbs up button? Ah, that's easy. Just hit it twice. Stunning, mate. Thanks, my wife thinks so. Do you think Kawasaki will ever update or improve the VERSYS 650? It could use a TFT dash, cruise control, center stand, and a little more horsepower. I think a VERSYS 850-900 with all the modern bike features would be a big seller. Good video right there. Well, they have the 1000 now, so there's that. For me, I am a big proponent of smaller bikes. I love the mid-size. I like small bikes fast versus fast bikes slow kind of a philosophy. So my preference would be, unless they're completely clapped out on the motor, I'm not an engineer, I don't know anything about how the motors go, maybe bump it to the 700 range and have maybe 2 versions of it. Do one, maybe with the TFT, okay, center stand, yeah, means they have exhaust issues because it's right down low, it's kind of a pain in the rear end. But, they can improve it that way. and then do a second version of it called like the VERSYS XC and essentially make it a T7 competitor. So if they did that, they made a VERSYS 700 that was slightly modernized but not completely priced out of people's range, and then a second version that's more off-road, maybe with a 19 or 21 inch front wheel. Kind of, again, imagine taking a T7 front end and bolting it onto the front of the VERSYS. That would be sweet. I guess you get bad BGs. Only when that little econ icon goes away. More power almost never means more fun. Except when it does. I really enjoyed this video, and it hits way above your subscriber numbers. Keep up the good work. Yeah, tell the YouTube gods to send more subscribers my way. Click the button below. Just beautiful. Thanks for sharing and keep riding. That's what I plan to do. After 5 minutes of nothing, I gave up. I'll leave it knowing that you like heated grips and the sound. Sounds about right. Triple digits. Use a polarizing filter. Sounds like the kind of advice a big brother would give. You're making a compelling argument to trade in my cruiser for an ADV. Trade in? Many miles of logging roads. So many miles. 202 and 53 are a couple of my favorite rides. Yeah, Oregon is so full of amazing roads, I am completely jealous. My brother lives only a few miles from actually both of these, and it's just like, ugh, dude, you suck. Wow, this one's got lots of words. I'm gonna need to get in closer. Hey there, I love the look of the VERSYS. I am so confused. I am between the V-Strom and the VERSYS. There's almost no difference between them. There's all the difference between them. Same power, same seat height, almost the same comfort, which is amazing, by the way. Yes, it is. The thing is that almost everyone I ask tell me that the VERSYS is more sporty than the V-Strom, because it is. Because its engine, is that true? Yes. Actually, also because of the 17-inch front wheel and because of the suspension. I want this bike for medium-large rides with my girlfriend since I am riding my Rebel 500. So yes, for me, the VERSYS is a much more sporty, dynamic bike for riding on the road, especially when you're riding on quickly. If you're going to do a little bit of road and a little bit of off-road, especially if you've got two up, I'd probably consider V-Strom, but only if it was going to be consistent or regular. If it's one of those things where I'm out somewhere and there just happens to be a small strip of gravel down to, say, a camping area or a hotel or the beach or whatever, you can ride any bike on that. But if you want to be able to head up, on purpose into some logging roads or something, you got to kind of keep that in mind. I do like the new versions of the V-Strom, but I still think that the VERSYS kicks its ass. Hey, BMR, long time, no videos. All okay? Yeah, I started making videos on and off. I've sort of gone through these phases of what I want to do, interest from the channel, how much it costs to do it, etc., etc. So now with the KLR, I think I'm going to be doing more regular videos. I think there's interest in the KLR compared to the VERSYS. And it's not that I need necessarily the numbers, but why make the videos? Why go through all the production of doing the editing and all that and adding music and etc., etc. to make the videos if I'm just going to go out and ride for myself? So giving myself a reason to make videos, KLR sort of fits the bill. I didn't buy it for that reason, but I think that that's going to give me some interest in continuing on. Bitcoin. Yep. Dang, you went from a larger BMW to a 650 VERSYS on purpose? Yes, I did. Small bikes fast, my friend. Small bikes fast. No, I am not going to read that, but I'll believe you. And so I thought I'd end this video with just a few selections of just general praise. Nothing specific in terms of comments that people are after, just saying nice things. Thanks for watching, and that's all I've got. Talk to you soon.